pretty happy with the way our guys played today. I mean, for a third time seeing a team, you hope that you play some of their actions and the challenges that they bring to you. You hope that you play those things well, being that you're playing in your ninth and through 12th quarters against that same stuff. And for us, it's been all in the course of about 3 weeks here. So I thought we did a really good job of doing that. It also helps when Conor's back there making some of the great saves he made today. Offensively, really feel like we're getting really close. We're finding a lot of different ways to score still, but our 6-on-6 is getting better, and that's really important as well. So we did some really good things offensively today. I think if we can show our guys those things and they can recognize how important they are, then maybe we can continue getting better through Monday.
Dave Willauer, Box Score News. Conor, how did you feel in the net today? Did you feel that a little different today than you played Maryland in the last time? Well, how'd you feel?
Yeah, I felt like I was seeing the ball well. I thought I saw the ball well against them last time. I mean, playing a team 3 times is tough, but you also get to see their shooters 3 times. So I felt like I had a good read on their releases, and yeah, I was seeing the ball well.
Questions for the players?
Patrick Stevens from the Syracuse Post-Standard. Conor, what have the last 5 or 6 weeks been like from having gone from, having lost your job a ways back to having had really this 6-game winning streak now?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I'm just whatever my team needs me to do. Today we needed 14. Last week just like 5 or so. So yeah, I mean, it's been exciting, but yeah.
Please.
Just given how the season had gone, how I don't want to say how cool, but just how different has a season has it been for you, just having had not playing there, I guess, for a month and a half or so.
It's still for Conor.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not what I had anticipated going into the year, but you gotta take what you're given and kind of roll with the punches and just try to keep my head in it so I could kind of find my stride here at the end.
Andrew Goldberg in lacrosse3trust.com. Matt, for you, you had 7 points today, 5 goals, 2 assists. You've been on a hot streak for God knows how long, since the season started, basically. But what was the success today? Because Maryland's defense, top-ranked defense, I think they only allow about 7 goals a game. So what was it like for you to be out there?
I thought we were playing great team offense. I wasn't really doing anything different from the game-to-game standpoint, but the sets that we ran this week in practice, I think we executed them perfectly. We only had a handful of possessions where they resulted in turnovers. So I was just on the better end of great team offense.
A couple more for Conor or Matt. In the back, John.
John Gelati inside the cross. Conor, just defense seems to have played really well in the playoffs, especially 5 goals in the first round, 6 today. Albany, pretty good effort. What have you seen in terms of the overall unit effectiveness so far?
Yeah, we're really coming together here at the end, and yeah, just I think our game plans have been great going into finding our matchups, and yeah, we've really been able to just kind of lock down here at the end, and yeah.
One more for.
Corey McLaughlin from Lacrosse Magazine. Matt, just what Coach was talking about, working in the 6-on-6 sets, just how has that kind of developed here recently, I guess, for you guys?
I think we've been executing the 2-man game with short sticks and the long poles, trying to get some mismatches. But the flow of our offense is just really working right now. We see it in practice, and I'm just happy it's working out there in the game.
Coach Stan Charles from Press Box. I know you're feeling pretty chipper right now. How did this team lose 5 games this year, the way you look today?
Coaching. I mean, every team is different. Every season is different. And we wouldn't be who we are right now without all the games that we played, I mean, we had some great success early with a Virginia win, a Carolina comeback win, but we took a couple on the nose, from a Penn State team that slowed us down, from a Denver team that kept the ball away from us just with good, efficient offense, not as much as trying to stall, but just being very efficient and not giving us a lot of possessions. We had to learn how to play that game. We worked very hard this year to become a 110-yard field team, whether it's riding, whether it's transition, offense to defense, or defense to offense. And I think that hurt us a little bit early in the year in being able to play some of those games. There are a lot of people who probably laugh at that because 5-6 years ago, that's who we were, right? We were that team that was slowing people down and taking the ball away. But that's what you coach to the talent that you have. And it's clear that when you watch us play, we got some pretty good athletes, and so we wanted to use the field and be better at that. But it hurt us early in the year, no question. And then a tough loss at Syracuse. I don't know. Yeah, but I think each one of those games, quite honestly, has been really important for us, to learn from. We learned from the Syracuse game and beat them the second time. We learned from the Maryland game and beat them the second time. We learned from that slowdown game with Penn State to be able to play a 6-5 game with Maryland. But we also learned from the Virginia game and some of those to be able to play an 18-17 game with Army and find a way to win that one. So I think all of the whole trip kind of makes us who we are today.
Bill. Bill Wagner with the Capital in Annapolis. Kevin, you've done a great job building this program. You're going to have your second chance at a national championship. Just tell me what it would mean for the program to win a national championship. And then secondly, as a second question, can you talk a little bit about Kavanagh's performance, creating for himself and others?
You'll be lucky if I can hold the second question in my head until I get through the first one.
I can remind you.
So, yeah, let's go one at a time. It's not a time for me for perspective. The perspective is this is 2014 team's only chance to win a national championship, and I'm not focused on anything else, and I don't even care to be focused on anything else. It's great for these guys. It's great for the 49 kids in that locker room, and I'm not going to take my eye off the ball here on Saturday afternoon. Our deal is to try to finish this on Monday, and that's all about those 49 guys. As far as Matt Kavanagh, I think somebody said, he's had a really good, hot streak. I think it started his sophomore year in high school. Okay, and I haven't seen it abate since then, so I'm not sure. He's a terrific player. He's I don't know if he's gotten better at this or maybe we've just gotten a little bit smarter. He's a hard guy to cover, but he's a hard guy to cover off ball. He's a hard guy to cover inside. He's a hard guy to cover with the ball in his stick. In two-man game, he's a hard guy to cover in space. There are a lot of different things you can do with him. And so, again, as part of the trip of this year, we've had to learn people have schemed against him, and we've had to learn how to keep him relevant in different games. And I think it's helped us to give us some variety to our offense and allow him to be effective no matter what people are doing, no matter how they're playing him.
A couple more for Coach. In the back right there.
Roy Edwards, Cumulus Media. Coach, you draw Maryland in Baltimore. Was there a special message or mentality that you talked with your guys about taking on basically a home team?
You know what? We were up at Hofstra last week, and I think there were 37 people cheering for us in a sellout crowd of 13,000. I wanted to come to the press conference afterwards and say I apologize to all those people who wanted to see Albany here right now because it was clear that there weren't a lot of people rooting for us. So we kind of just kept that mentality this week. We said, hey, quite honestly, it's kind of funny. I read the Washington Post and the Baltimore Sun today, and neither one of them, I think they talked more about the Duke-Maryland matchup than they did talk about the Maryland-Notre Dame matchup. And I said, okay, good. That's okay with us. We like being those guys.
Last one for Coach. Right there.
Greg Hadley, The Observer. Coach, on defense, this was a pretty strong performance, especially compared to a year where you've had some trouble on defense. What adjustments did you make coming in?
I don't know that we've made any huge adjustments. As much as we've just gotten better over the course of the year. Garrett Epples made a huge difference. He's a freshman who's come in and gotten better through the year. Nick Kashansky is a freshman who's playing as a short stick D midi, playing a lot for us. Tyler Brenneman is a kid, as a senior, who's playing. He's played more as a senior than he played for 3 years combined before that. So you have to grow into those roles. Matt Landis was playing long pole last year, and he's playing close this year. So I think we've evolved defensively and just gotten better, and it's nice to see. We've played really well, but listen, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago we played 18-17 with Army, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.